Hey everybody, welcome to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here watching some Symphogear XV. This is the final season, and we're gonna watch and see what happens. So Theta, what are your thoughts right here? Oh, sorry.
What?
God, sorry. I've lost my groove. It's okay. Comments. Deskmate Alice from The Murder of Miracles says, "This comment literally doesn't matter now that I'm commenting 5 months after the fact, but majority of the questions and loose ends you have in mind do get answered. This franchise is like the Fast and Furious in that it's very good at going over the top and being wild and fun. The overall story writing was never groundbreaking or overly deep, but it's always been a fun ride. As for Smoke stopping their signing, no. Remember at the singing, sorry. Remember at the start of the episode, they were singing in space. Their gear does create a protective barrier around them, after all. It's why they could survive in space. The irony, though, is that they cannot sing underwater. Yeah, I guess. Whatever. You can sing in space, you can sing in smoke, but heaven forbid you're around water.
Well, I'm in agreement with this that we watch the show for fun. It's a fun ride. But
Mm-hmm.
there are a bunch of commenters that have come up over the time that we've been watching the show that have pointed out that there is depth to everything, that you can
Mm-hmm.
interconnect history throughout the things that they say and talk about in Symphogear. So there is depth there if you want it, but it's just also a fun ride if you don't want to get into that either.
Right, this is not the world's, like, most shallowest action show or anything. Like, it's got a good bit there, like you said. But, damn is it fun at times. But we've rescued space shuttles, alright? What else do I gotta say? Next comment here, also from same individual, Duskmane Alice, but from episode 2, Before I Destroy the World. "Oh, hey, I can finally say my favorite line again. Did I mention that Mika is my spirit animal? Yes, the fourth autoscorer. She's awesome. But yeah, this season does a lot of things well. You know this already in post, but like, what makes this season amazing is how Carol's plan was actually nearly flawless. Frankly, the only reason she lost in the end is because plot armor for the main characters. When you consider how she planned things out and what she alone could achieve, she was almost more worthy to win the day." The fourth auto scorer, Mika, that's the one in the blue dress, right?
I thought the fourth autoscorer was the fighting game one.
Was it?
The insane one. Well, she was the last one to get activated. I thought there was only four auto scorers, right?
Oh, right, right. Yeah, the crazy red one. Yeah. You're right, you're right.
And I think I said
Uh
this in the same comment that no plan but Fine's was the closest to being achieved, and it was truly plot armor that saved them, considering how many people fell from orbit and survived.
I think in both cases they were literally one step away from finishing off what they were doing.
Right, but Carol knew what Symphogear were and could have
Mhm.
pre-prepped. In fact, her plan was so not perfect, she created the element of her own downfall with Elf 9.
What
Versus
was the
versus Fine, who arguably created the Symphogear, but
Mhm.
at the same time was the very first villain that had to go up against a fully realized Symphogear, so had no background information about it. Versus Carol,
Right, right.
who got to
Meanwhile, Carol
see
got to watch
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I think I definitely have enjoyed in this show that the villains aren't stupid. Veers is the closest to being villainously stupid just because he's crazy in very definable ways. But everyone else like has clear motivations and usually a pretty clear plan.
But just to clarify once again, since this is the day to remind Griffin of names, it's
Yeah,
Veer. Veers is the guy who's controlling the AT-AT in the Battle of Hoth.
they're the same person.
Veer is a mad
Dr. Veer
scientist who
is in
wants to
the
be a
AT-AT
hero.
attacking Hoth. So I'm gonna keep that mental image around. Uh, and another one from Duskmane Alice, who says from Symphogear AXE Estras. Oh, I'm sorry. From episode 11, it's alright and everything is just fine. Carol has a really good song, yeah. Recently, a YouTuber did an English fan dub of her song, and it's actually fire. Like I added it to my music playlist fire. Like I said in a previous comment, the plot beats of this show are fairly predictable, but the scale is amazing. I'll repeat this comment during season 5, but I want to see some death battle stuff with characters from this show.
Well, we've already done a
That'd be
couple of
fun.
comments like that before during
Mhm.
our Gundam 00 run. You know, I think we even put the FIS up against a bunch of other organizations from other anime.
Oh yeah. I think we had like some trouble figuring out like what is the power of singing enough to defeat a gun, which is always fun to
Well, no, I
think.
mean, my argument was the FIS has a giant gun pointed at the moon, which is where the Gundam's AI supercomputer thing is located. Plus,
Or double O, yeah.
we can summon noise, which can travel through solid objects, which would kill
Mhm.
the pilots in their seats.
Yeah, Symphogear definitely is a universe where there's a lot of things that you need very specific answers for things, and other universes don't. So that might be why there's a giant snake in hundreds of universes. I think that makes sense now. Meanwhile, next comment, just another Josh from our Patreon. Symphogear eggs the extras. I think this might be the first time it's come up, but Swan Song is an old and hotly debated translation for Superb Song. Back in season 1, the most popular fan subtitles were translating it as Swan Song, as the word zesshou can be loosely translated as a finale song. So lots of people took that loose translation and added to it the idea that this song can be the final song of the Symphogear users, thus naming it Swan Song in translation. It's technically accurate and does make sense from an English perspective. It was only the second episode of G when the show gave us the term Superb Song, this time spoken in English. Even then, there was a bit of debate because some thought that the Superb Song was just a combination of everyone's swan songs and not the actual name of the move itself. It does help that the first time Superb
Doesn't,
Song is. Say that again?
doesn't, does
Okay.
not.
It doesn't help that the first time the Superb Song is audibly spoken is when Hibiki first combines a bunch of them with her S2CA conversion move. That move led to the idea that one superb song was a swan song and a multiple use one was a superb song, which makes no sense as long as you notice S2CA is spoken superb song combination arts. The first word would have needed to be swan or more likely zesshou for the fan sub interpretation to be right. Either way, the debate lasted for quite a while. The funny thing is that it wasn't merely the fan subs making this mistake. Fan subs used to be Swan Song, while Funimation used Ultimate Song, and Crunchyroll used Climax Song. All of these are loose translations of the words spoken, but are still incorrect. That's fun little detail. What do you think?
I mean, it's fun to be in the show when it's first airing. It's like back when Witch from Mercury was airing, and we were all like, well, she's a clone, or she's something else, you know, debating what Suletta really was.
Mhm.
You only really have that debate when you're watching the show live, because after the fact, everybody knows, and you can't have that debate with anybody anymore.
Mhm. Right. I am sort of glad I missed the interpretation debate here. That probably would have just driven me mad. Because like you often frequently say, and also correct me for, words matter, right?
Well, the words have definitions, is what I say.
Mhm. And of course, changing it up between Swan Song, Ultimate, Climax, Finale, and Superb all mean completely different things, right?
Well, I mean, I would only really care about the difference between Swan Song and the rest, since
Mhm.
Swan Song is very clearly has its own nomenclature and meaning, versus the rest could be interchangeable meanings between different things.
Right. At that point, it might just become context because the translation is loose enough. But with that one done, we have one last one from Oleb23. Oddly enough, it's actually Chris at the center of the harem, but she's only there as the eternal third wheel to bap them on the head and say, do that at home.
Yeah, that was the source of or not the source of Bamps in our Discord posted an image that was related to this because Bamps themselves replied to this comment. So that's where that image on our Discord is from.
Ah, okay. Well, that's starting to make sense now. I do like the idea of Chris just trying to be the parent of the group. So, I think with those comments out of the way, Theta, you got any thoughts for today?
No, it's a new season.
Yep.
Who the hell knows?
New season, new start. So, I guess let's just go ahead and watch them. But before we do, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to see more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can go ahead and follow us over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all support the channel, just a little bit extra.
Click the link down below in the description if you want to know what image Bamps posted related to that conversations earlier.
Oh, well, that's a good start.
It's the jamboree,
Oh,
Bill. It's just that the jamboree's gone wrong, that's all.
Who's this?
Is the network jammer the curse of Babel?
I think it might be. Wait, is this supposed to be God? This is the start of it.
God died at the start. Oh, Fine! Who the fuck was apologizing to Fine?
Fine's boyfriend.
God?
Yeah.
I don't think we can kill God.
None of that made sense.
Already got the chorus. Vostok Lake. The Vostok crater was a sarcophagus from space.
Oh, what are we gonna get? That's still too light for the Arctic, I'm afraid.
Wait, was this happening right now?
Yes, it is.
Did that dude die just right now?
No, I think that was in the past.
He just showed a beam firing. Alright, never mind.
We're starting off with giant robot. Hell yeah.
Well, it's a noise, isn't it?
You think they could have gotten a vocabulary lesson before they left. It's unfortunate for them.
Same pose, I'm gonna say, season 1, same pose. Just a little bit more.
Yeah, we got like the full spectacle here. This is good. Oh, it's sick-ass martial arts move. Let's go.
At least this is the argument of why doesn't anybody attack Sailor Moon while she's transforming? Why not attack Hibiki while she's transforming? But she's doing fucking martial arts in the middle of it. And now she's that frog from Pokemon.
Greninja.
Hey, what the fuck is gonna stand up to her? She's got like almost divine power now, right?
Yeah, literally punched out demons and gods. Unfortunately, Maria, that is not a very solid answer. This almost feels like the opening to like an OVA or something. Just hit you with everything at once.
Well, I mean, lately the first seasons do this sort of thing. The first episodes, rather.
Yeah, yeah.
Just surprising we have no carry-on characters from last season.
I guess we're kind of jam-packed still.
接近する対象を苛烈に排撃。こんなものを果たして棺と呼ぶべきでしょうか。
攻撃ではなく防衛。プラチナトークス社を寄せ付けないための機能だとしたら、どうしようもなく棺というより他あるまい。
Yeah, is this our like Egyptian-themed Symphogear stuff now?
I'm just wondering, who do you expect to rob this grave that you need a laser cannon to protect it?
Well, it's prehistoric, which means from the time of gods and stuff. Considering what we know of the history of the world now.
Awesome.
Yuri on ice! That's new.
Double drill.
That's how a drill works.
Oh, well.
The slap. Slapman's done.
Well, that's one way to destroy the tension. It's like, oh, nothing's working.
Yeah, I honestly thought I was gonna dive back into the ice or something.
リフレクターによるダメージの軽減を確認。
棺からの砲撃、解析完了。マイナス5100度の指向性エネルギー波。って何よこれ。
It's an ice beam.
拉致外物理学による世界。
It's not an ice beam, it's a zero beam?
現在のギア搭載フィールドでは何度もしのげません。
And then everyone froze to death in the Antarctic. Well,
is this the opening of the show, or are we going back to the song of the school that brought them back to life?
Disregard the opening. Well, they're definitely dying. Life is flashing before their eyes.
No,
here.
I mean, is it the song of the school? Because
It is.
from the
Definitely.
first season I'm talking about. Or do we start off this season at the end of the season? Who figured I was good at singing? But I guess, though, that's like a pass for the voice actress, considering she started this show. Apparently not a very good voice, not a very good singer, and learned to sing along the way.
Mm-hmm.
聞き入ってしまう歌声です。きっと立花さんは心で歌っているからなのでしょうね。
心、胸の歌。
はい、これにて居残りテストは終了。
Rejected.
いろいろある
So
ので
smoothly.
次の試験はすっぽかさないように。
誕生日プレゼントいいのが見つかってよかった。クリスちゃん喜んでくれるかな。きっと大丈夫。
さて、機体が集まる月開発に関するニュースです。
Back to the moon.
進められてきた日米共同の宇宙開発プラ
To
ン
nuke the
そ
moon.
の後の閣僚級協議を経て、ここに来て大きく進展。冷え切った国家間の関係修復の象徴として、間もなくその目的地である月面に向けて歴史的な一歩を踏み出そうとしています。
Yeah, there was something about that thing. Something about that thing I should remember.
なんかお腹空いちゃったな。何それ、響きのおごりね。しょうがない。
Amaru back there.
はん。それにしても胸の歌には何度助けられたかわからないよ。ほんとほんと。
Those chocolate fish.
特別なくらい。
Yeah, they look like chocolate treats.
幸せなんだって実感するよ。しばらく任務続きだったものね。響きったら困っている人がいるとあっという間に飛び出してばかり。
Anything to avoid schoolwork.
私が困ってても助けに来てくれるのかしら。そんなの当たり前だよ。ミクだったら超特急で行くよ。じゃあ私が誰かを困らせてたら響きはどうするの？
Oh, that's a loaded question.
Is Miku gonna get in trouble and she's gonna break out of the ice then or something?
Oh gosh, yeah, something terrible's gonna happen. That's a setup. Oh, they're so cute. And then people die.
And then Char stole that Indian girl. It
響さん、乗ってください。ミキさんも一緒に。
involves
do
your
like
kids, Marty. You're gonna go back to the future.
I do like that Miku's just like the most understanding, sees a disaster, goes like, no, we gotta deal with this.
会場の研究施設ですか？もしかして街中では扱えないような危険物を対象に？
ああ、そこでは先だって回収したオートス
I
カー
mean,
ラーの残骸を調査して
not too
Oh,
dangerous
which
because it
girl?
was still literally in the harbor of the city.
Oh, her.
スコーラーの構造物からパバリア光明結社、ひいてはアダム・バイスハウプトの目的を探るための解析が行われていたの。
先ほどの爆発事故は機密の眠る最新音に触れたがためのセーフティーとも考えられますが、
敵と呼ばれたあのオートスコアラーには
Yeah, I guess there's nothing left of the original 4 that we could, like, do anything with.
Yeah, they got a little bit destroyed.
これは南極大陸。
爆発の直前、最後にサルベージしたデータは南極の位置地点を示す。
Alright, they got research base right there.
ここは
Yeah, we have those, Griff, in real world.
ボストーク湖付近に位置するのはロシアの観測基地となります。
You can literally Google Maps it.
一面の雪景色なんですけれど。
その雪景色のほとんど
Let's
が
play GeoGuessr in Antarctica. Guess where you
氷
are.
の下に広がっているんだけどね。
地球の環境は一定ではなく、たびたび大きな変化を見せてきました。特に近年、その変動は著しく、極寒の氷の多くが失われています。まさか氷の下から何かが出てきた。
There we go. Global warming is causing another Symphogear crisis. You gotta stop, everyone.
ボストーク観測基地の近くで発見されたのが
I mean, not really. They can be saying anything from, like,
照合の結果、
you know, the tectonic plates moving.
中東周辺に存在してい
It's
た
prehistoric civilization, after all.
現在では絶滅していると聞いています。
なぜそんなものが南極に？詳細は目下調査中ですが、額面通りに受け止めるなら戦士文明期に何らかの方法で中東より持ち込まれたのではないでしょうか。
気になるのはこれだけではありません。情報部は瓦解後に地下へと潜ったパバリア光明結社の
Shirtless Adam in the center.
さらなる
Because they're just screenshots of the show.
得られた情報によると、アダムは占有した神の力を持って遂げようとした目的があったようだな。
その目的とは一体？
この星の支配者となるため、時の彼方より浮上する棺を破壊。
なんですと？でも時の彼方からの浮上って南極のサソリと符合するようで気味が悪い。
次なる作戦は南極での調査活動だ。
Alright. We're not flashing to the end of the series, we're just flashing to later in the episode.
作戦開始までの1週間、各員は準備を怠らないでほしい。
了解です。
I mean, to be fair, it's no different what they did in episode 1 of the first season, right? For the whole Hibiki's grave thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was meant to defeat the sarcophagus, and Hibiki beat him, therefore she should be fine, right? Got transitive property on her side.
Well, she's also got the plot armor of the main character, so... And most of the team isn't even trapped in ice. They're just laying on top of ice.
Oh, who are these?
New characters.
Nice cell phone ring.
From Nevada. Oh, there are other lodges, as I was whining about last season.
I guess the alchemists are still out and about. Checks out.
こちらの狙いは棺の破壊ではなくその活用だもの。そう、これは未来を奪還する戦い。
It's about your kids, Marty. Yeah.
Snuck into Area 51.
I mean, maybe.
She has a Nevada license plate.
Who knows where the FIS kept everything?
捨ててこ重ねた2枚履き、凍える前には型をつける。
そうではなく
正面なんです。棺の進行を停止。
何やってんだ。女の子がこんな寒いところでお腹を冷やしたら大変だろう。
A flare isn't gonna do anything about that.
Skeptical friend was right all along.
You have to say, obviously, Chris. Who else would have done that?
そうだ。戦場に立つのは立花一人ではない。皆さん、
僕の戦いを頑張ります。だからみんなが背中を押してくれる。いつも一歩前に釣り出し続けたんだ。皆の靴はもなく。
そしてその涙は羽に重く染みて触れないとまたないと
伸ばした手の先は温かい
They don't usually start a season of fighting the big bad immediately.
Yeah, like they're gonna solve it, but I like the baton passing they're doing for the song here. This is nice.
Yeah, especially because they're all on different parts of the battlefield.
Sorry, Biki, you should have brushed up on your Russian first.
Why, the other guy wasn't speaking Russian?
Ah, punching the lasers, hell yeah.
拳の防御フィールドをアジャスト。
即席ですが、エルフナインちゃんが間に合わせてくれました。
解析からの再構築は錬金術の原理原則。
Is it, Griff? Is it?
Equivalent exchange, the fundamental law of alchemy. Oh, we've done that too many times with this show.
But what's in the sarcophagus?
The original Fine.
Oh, I wish. It's Ramus.
I guess you can't be knocked over now that you're a wheel, right?
Well, it couldn't get knocked over if it was a sphere. You can still get knocked over as a wheel. That's what I thought I was going to do in the first place.
あのバカ歌えない集中ではギアの出力が低減して
Oh, hey, look! Information we learned earlier.
だとしてもこの胸には歌がある
This is basically what the death battle of Hibiki versus Godzilla would be, I assume.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not doing your unified song thing.
Good, at least someone pointed out that, like, that's a really hard shot.
タイミングは私が取る行くぞみんな
Maria in the back. Wait, I also use guns.
待ってください棺の周辺にリフレクター気取りかよ
距離1500 1200
クリスチャンもうすぐ
A thing we've never seen before. This eye lock-on target thing.
I love the look of it, though.
このままだと私たちまでぺしゃんこに焦るな
What does the scouter say?
焦らせるな今だ
Yeah!
So you blow away all your outfits too? What's...
It's still minus 30 out there, by the way.
Well, yeah, but if they're in the gear thing, they're fine. But it's like all their all their accoutrement is just suddenly vanished from their gears. It's like, what the hell happened?
Right. That feels like too neat of a bow. Like, we gotta have an extra credit scene here after that, right?
Well, they never do the first boss in the first episode. I mean, they never do the end boss in the first episode, and we didn't see the other three people that are featuring this season, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got, like, a quick look at them. They're up to something, but it's like, oh yeah, giant robot, we did it.
Well, it's a sarcophagus. It's protecting... I mean, it doesn't, the naming convention doesn't really make sense. The sarcophagus was protecting something, so...
But they blew the whole thing up, so, guess it's not protecting that any longer.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The naming convention doesn't make much sense. It's clearly... It's not in that thing. The sarcophagus was protecting something.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had that thing at the very intro of the episode where we're going to fire on the moon again, or the moon's going to fire the Earth. I don't know exactly what was happening there.
Right. I do find it kind of interesting that we didn't like get a back-to-back, like, Hibiki won everything last season at the end episodes. And she, like, knocks out the robot, like, 3 times in a row flat. But then it's Chris that's the one that makes the shot so that we win the day.
Well, combine all of their...
They pass it along.
It combined all their powers.
Yeah. Oddly enough, not as bad as I thought it would be.
So it was inside. So another Adam.
つまりは正解というわけですね
Or the corpse of a god?
Yeah. Oh, that's JoJo levels of ominous right there.
You're approaching me?
There we go. We got We got God Corpse on our hand, and I have no doubt that as soon as they unwrap it, it comes back to life. Or like the new people who just showed up are going to do something crazy and do that for them.
Yeah, you don't introduce this without it being a thing.
Unless you're like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, you're just like, no. The main thing we threw at you, that was a red herring the whole time. And they just like never do anything with the corpse at all from here. It's just like, oh no, you thought it was gonna be crazy. But as far as first episodes go, I'm hyped. This was good. It was just like one big long fight scene, and I enjoyed every bit of it.
Well, I mean, it's the corpse of God in a sarcophagus that's fighting the entire team, so it's what you've come to expect from Symphogear.
I can fight you. I can fight and beat you all while I'm still dead. But yeah, we've kind of been on the trail of like every character explaining that like all of these gods and other things like is an ancient civilization with advanced technology and whatnot. And here we might finally start getting our explanation for all that. We might actually get like the more direct history of it. And my speculation is still on first character that we saw, the one up in on the moon, Fine's boyfriend, ancient past.
I mean, you don't know if it was on the moon or not. We saw the symbols glow on the moon, but the indication panel he was looking at was also from the Earth going to the moon.
Right. But it does suddenly it does make me think. Was there another reason for them to actually do this? To start the Tower of Babel / like disruption thing that they're doing. What is it actually disrupting? Because I'm feeling that the humans can't talk to each other more directly thing is more of a side effect than anything else.
It's the hubris of man. So the story of the Tower of Babel is God's spite to the hubris of man.
But I guess we'll have to see, like, will Symphogear follow through on, like, that line and, like, build on that thought?
Well, they brought up Fine again, so they kind of have to. Invoking Fine invokes the entire plan of Season 1.
Right. We gotta build the giant laser beam again. Alright then. So, I think that's gonna be it for today here, everybody. This has been Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?